So here we are in the demo area, and I want to find out more about this 400 series. Are you Rasmus?
I am.
Hi, I'm Stuart.
Nice
to meet you. What can you tell me about these robots?
Oh man, we can tell you a lot. We've been developing those robots before UK was still in the European Union, so there's a lot to tell you about the series.
Okay. How can this help? Let's say that I'm in the retail business and I'm worth billions, but I want to be a trillionaire. Can this robot help me do that?
Do you want to become a trillionaire without robbing a bank?
Of course.
Yeah. Well, in that case, these robots will get you far along. Today already the millennials and the new generations are taking half the shopping to the website.
Right.
You've done some online shopping yourself?
Of course, it's Estonia.
Sure. So you can think about your last experience when you went to some store or post office to pick it up, and I'll give you a chance to compare it without explaining it.
Had to wait in line for 45 minutes, yeah.
Sure. Are you the Android guy or Apple guy?
Definitely Apple.
Apple?
Yeah.
All right, so you should have an Apple product here. You can go there, choose the language you would like, scan it, and see how it gets you your package.
Just scan it? It's that simple?
Should be. Let's try it out. I'll do it here.
Let's see what happens. British or US English? US.
Which one is better for you?
Jamaican. Scan. And let's see what happens.
I hope it brings something to you.
An iPhone.
I got an Android.
This is better.
Yeah, I bet. But this was one package, right?
Right.
If you're a store owner, your store is going to look like something with this, a lot of packages coming in every day.
Yeah.
This was like 10 seconds. How long do you think you would need to organize 100 or 200 packages?
I would say probably a couple of days.
Yeah, imagine 500, right?
Right.
Want to see what's the difference here?
Yes.
With this one? You can step there. Let's put the phones away. And let's try out if there is anything different in the process with this one. You can put the phones away, and we can test this one out. The only idea is that the 400 series has different purposes all across the fleet. So, for example, this is the one you want to put 500 packages in. If you have 100 packages every day, you can go on this side of the lake. We can put the next one. So if your store has those packages coming in every day, I bet your employees want to earn some money.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. How much would they earn in one day?
Well, I don't know, 100?
Yeah, and next year a little bit more?
Yeah, they want to raise, there's inflation.
Sure. So if you take like 1 year, let's say, if you add the tax, that would be what, 30, 50,000?
30, something like, yeah.
Yeah. And for this one, how much have you put in so far? Like 10 packages?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I think we can finish.
Okay.
I guess the point goes along. The idea is that this was like
About a minute?
minute, 2 minutes. That was 10 packages. So if you had your store and you had those 100 packages or 200, that would be 10.
So it's
20.
that fast?
Yeah.
And plus, it doesn't have all the expenses of salaries and stuff.
Yeah, you don't have to have the salary negotiations every year. And if you have a little bit smaller store in the countryside, you can have something from this side.
Okay.
You can have something for the outside, something for the inside. If you're going to have a huge mall, you can have this one expanded all the way. And I'm not even getting into the cool software stuff we have inside.
I want to know about that. But, well, Rasmus, thank you very much. And let's go see if our audience has sent any questions yet. Thank you. And here we are back on the main stage. Rasmus, thank you very much for the demo. We already have some questions then. This is our question and answer session. The first question is, how are parcel robots different from lockers?
Well, as you saw, the speed would be the first one. If you're considering the experience for end customers as well, going from one end of the locker to other one, just using one central console. You can also have those robotic feeling. You can have also for the stores, you can definitely expand them behind the walls. You can make them more custom, and you can use them for a long time.
Okay, good. The next question is, what is the maximum number of parcels that can go into one robot?
Well, this is where the 400 series comes in. We will start off with 100 or 200 packages, and if you have small packages and big machine, you can go up to like 3,500.
Okay. The next question is, can I integrate the machine into my existing software platform?
I would really hope so. So far, all of the pilots, all of the customers who have been rolling out with wider fleet we've been able to integrate. So I don't think there's any issues there.
So that whole process has been absolutely seamless.
Yes, for the customers, for the stores, we will do the work beforehand, and when the store is ready to go live, everything is set.
Okay. Is there a minimum or maximum size requirement for the parcels?
The parcels, yes. So if you have the parcel machine by itself, the packages that go in are 400 wide, 400 high, and 600 millimeters long. This is the maximum. But if you have in those cases where you have some odd number of packages a little bit bigger, you can get our locker set next to the machine. You can control everything from the central robotic console, and you can put those bigger items next to them. So you can get 5 items, get 4 of them from the robot and 1 of them from the locker.
Okay. Our next question is something I wanted to ask earlier, to be honest. What is the life cycle of one of these robots?
Well, the life cycle is expected to be longer than we have been testing them on field. All of the stress testing is done here behind those walls. We have been reaching about 10 years in the factory, but again, as the market is only like 5, 6, 7 years old, I cannot give you the feedback about 10 years on the field.
But so far they seem pretty durable.
Yeah. The important thing is the maintenance. Same as your car needs regular maintenance, same with the robots. Once a year, and you're good to go.
Okay. Our next question is, if you have approximately 60 parcels on average in a day, which would be the ideal product for that?
Well, I would start off with 403. That was the middle one that you got the iPhone from.
I like that machine.
Yeah. Because of the iPhone.
Yes.
But you can choose actually between the 403 and the 401. Now more comes into your ideas of integration, how you want to show the machine inside of the store. Do you want to stand out like the tower? Do you want to put it in a corner and have a seamless robot there? It's kind of up to you. But you can then have later on a bigger robot to add on.
Okay. One other question is, how are these installed? How easy is it to install them?
It comes a little bit down to the size of the machine. So you'll have the big 402, which is, of course, a little bit more tricky one. But we will start off with 1 to 2 days of installation, going up to 3 or 4 days. We've been also doing really tricky locations in the Central Europe, where there's old buildings. You have to have special elevators made to get all the parts to the 3rd floor. We've been doing it all. So it comes down to the location, but so far we have found a way.
Oh, it sounds like everything is working out. We have another question. Can you have multiple guest interfaces in one machine?
Guest interfaces?
Yes.
I assume they are talking about consoles that you're operating in and out.
I would assume so, yes.
Packages off. We do have those developments in the backlog. So far, most of the cases that we have been installing the machines, they've been fine with one, but the question has been raised a couple of times. So we have that in the backlog, made like a pre-development. So basically now we should should come the first client who asked the question, come to us, give us the real store, the real location, and we can start preparing the first pilot, the first prototype.
Okay, one final question, and then it's time to end the segment.
Gotcha.
Basically, we have established that these are very durable machines or very durable robots. But we can, with any machine, we're going to expect some sort of breakdown. How often does this happen in testing? Or does it happen?
In testing, a lot less. When we are doing different views of the uptime of our robots, different European section, American section, the uptime is usually between 99.9 and 100%.
That's impressive.
Yeah, but it comes down to this. In the factory, everything is done correctly by the maintenance guys who are doing the maintenance all the time, and they're doing the insertions really correctly. We have some guidelines, but sometimes in real life things go wrong. Packages get thrown a little bit too far, and this is usually when the
Packages get thrown too far.
Yeah. Good throwing hand. So okay. This is usually what happens. But the good side is that 87% this year, 87% of the problems are solved remotely in our remote support office. So yes. Quite good.